Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. Let's see here. Normal, average difficulty for those wanting a little challenge. Hard, difficult setting for those who find normal a bit lacking. Nightmare. Yeah, definitely not going Nightmare. I think I'm gonna go normal. Just because I've always been the type to enjoy my gameplay. This has been out for a few years now. This is the first in a series of Legend of Heroes. Daddy's really late. Let's see here. It has a controller. I wonder if controller works for this game. Let's see. I even got a message from the guild saying he'd be home today, too. And Shira's gone traveling around the kingdom on some kind of training. I'm so bored. Maybe I'll just practice with my staff a bit more before dinner. Hey, I'm home. Daddy! Sorry to have kept you waiting, Estelle. Did you take good care of the house while I was away? Nah. I let it burn to the ground. You're only standing in the doorway because that archway is left up. Of course I did. Did you run into any trouble, Daddy? You didn't get hurt fighting the bad monsters, did you? Nope. I'm as fit as a fiddle. That reminds me, though. I brought you a present. Really? What kind of present? A new fishing pole? Sneakers? Something for my training? Maybe I raised you wrong, Estelle. Aren't little girls supposed to like clothes and jewelry? I like pretty clothes, but they just get dirty. And jewelry breaks when you go play outside with it on. Anyway, Daddy, what's the big blanket? Is that my present? Oh, you're a sharp one. Now, why don't you come and have a look? Boy. What? Say what? Well, here you are. Quite a handsome boy, don't you think? What? Why is my present a boy? Don't make such a fuss, or you'll wake him up. Wake him up? You mean he's still alive? Looks kind of dead if you ask me. I've treated his wounds, so he should be in stable condition. In the meantime, however, we'll need to let him rest. I'll put him to bed, so if you wouldn't mind heating a kettle of water on the stove, I'd appreciate it. Okay. Sure, see. Nodwik apparently can't speak English right now. And he almost looks the same age as me. This is the first time I've ever seen black hair like that, too. He certainly does have a nice head of dark hair. And a pair of amber eyes to go with it. That's nice and all, but how about you come clean and fess up? Fess up? Yeah, who is this kid anyway? And why is he hurt? Why'd you bring him to our house? Is he an illegitimate child or something? Did you betray Mommy? Where have you been picking up these kinds of words? No doubt from Charizard, I assume? Yep, that's right. For heaven's sake, that girl is going to get me into trouble one of these days with all her nonsense. Actually, I just met this boy while I was out on business. And I don't even know his name. You mean bracer business? Something like that. Oh, look. Huh? He's waking up. Wow, his eyes really are the color of amber. Where am I? So you're awake now, are you? Welcome to my humble home. You'll be safe here, so please just try to rest. What are you trying to pull? Huh? You must be out of your mind. Why didn't you just leave me there to die? Why? Now that's a question I don't know how to answer. Does things just worked out that way work for you? Don't toy with me, Cassius Bright. Do you have any idea what you're getting yourself involved in? Hey! You're sure shouting a lot for someone who's supposed to be hurt. Did she just jump on his stomach? Running your mouth like that is just gonna make it take longer for your body to heal. And just who are you supposed to be? I'm Estelle. Estelle Bright. She's my daughter. Don't you remember me telling you that I have a daughter your age? Now that you mention it. Wait a minute. Don't try and change the sub. Ow! Quit yelling! Alrighty. But you jumping on me like that isn't going to make me heal any faster either. I don't hear you yelling again, do I? Look, jumping on me like that is just going to make things worse. Do I hear yelling? Never mind, just forget it. As a word of advice, it would be wise not to argue with Estelle while you're in this house. Even I wouldn't stand a chance if I made her mad enough. Yeah, I can see that. By the way, aren't you forgetting something? Huh? Your name? You know, that thing that people call you? I told you mine already, so don't you think it would be unfair and impolite not to tell me yours? It seems like the logical thing to do if you ask me. Trying to hide it now would only serve you to your detriment. Fine. My name is... And we now come to an opening. Oh yeah. I am digging this. I've had this game in my library for a while. Picked it up last year. Just haven't had the chance to play it yet. Me and Dave were going to do it for the channel while we were still doing recording and not streaming as heavily, but things got in the way and life kind of happened. Well, yeah. So, there's Estelle in all of her kick-buttedness. There's the boy, which we haven't found out his name yet. Black hair, amber eyes. We saw a dragonfly. There's the father, with that creepy mustache. And a bunch of letters. Tarot cards. Ooh, she's pretty. Pretty boy. Guns. Ooh, he's big. Oh yeah. Guns, airships, explosions, envelopes. Oh my. And all building up to something that I have absolutely no clue what this game is even about. I really don't. First time ever playing it. So, your guess is as good as mine. And so far, I am loving this intro. Now, while the intro is playing, there's something I need to check out. And I'll let you just soak in the amazing There's what I was looking for. Let's see here. What an opening. Epic. I love it. Ooh, cutscene. It's so bright in here. Yeah. I slept like a rock. See, apparently you can play this both on with the controller and on mouse and keyboard, which is interesting, because I wouldn't even know where to start. That must mean it's Dad's turn to cook this morning. I wonder if that means Joshua's still in bed. Another character with the name Joshua. That's so many Joshuas. That's hilarious. My son's named Joshua. One of my best friends is named Joshua. This main character's named Joshua. So many Joshes. Guess that's a no. Well, I guess I'd better get myself ready then to... I love this art style for games. It almost reminds me of like a Harvest Moon type of animation. Nice, Joshua. Bravo. Good morning, Estelle. I hope I didn't wake you. Nah, I was already up when I heard you start to play. Nah, you woke me up. How dare you? Can't believe how awake you are, though. Even the roosters still have bags under their eyes. Not that I mind with that siren song of yours, gently lulling this beautiful morning. Oh, beautiful woman from her slumber. Woman? You're too young to be a woman. What do you mean, woman? We're the same age, and I'm hardly a man. Tisk, 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 how wrong you are, Joshua. We may be the same age, but I am clearly the woman of the house. Clearly. And that makes you something like my loyal follower, wouldn't you agree? Yeah, how fortunate for you. You'd at least try and sound a tiny bit sincere. Really is a nice tune, though. Cheerful yet somehow wistful. I like your other songs too, of course, but this one's my favorite. What's it called again? The Whereabouts of Light. That's right, The Whereabouts of Light. I wish I could play the harmonica like you. Sadly, it's a lot harder than it looks. Compared to what it takes to use a staff, I think the harmonica is much easier. It's really just a matter of concentration. Probably right. I guess my problem is just that if I don't do something that uses my whole body, I start to feel drowsy. Okay, playing the harmonica is fine and all, but how about getting some exercise too? All your hobbies is sitting around kind of stuff like reading and music. No girl is going to be impressed with just that. Well, excuse me for being so unpopular with the ladies. Although, I feel like I should be the one lecturing you about your hobbies. I mean, what kind of boy wants a girl who loves fishing, collecting bugs, and has a fetish for sports shoes? That's enough talk about hobbies for now. For your information, I graduated from bug collecting a long time ago. Really? I'll believe that when I stop finding beetles in the hallway. Hey, Stella, Joshua. Morning, Dad. Good morning, Dad. Is breakfast ready?
It's ready and waiting. Why don't the both of you hurry on down before it gets cold?
Okay. I'm on my way. I love games with a lot of... this game doesn't really have any exposition. It's just a lot of storyline before we're even started. But I love it when games, especially RPGs, give you that information into their characters. It makes you feel like you're not playing a game. It makes you feel like you're reading a novel and getting in touch with the characters before you even take them out on the battlefield, which I love. Thanks for the grub, Dad. Boy, am I stuffed. Are you eating or inhaling, Estelle? Like people say, kids who eat and sleep a lot grow a lot. Well, make sure you get enough to eat, but don't forget to pour that energy into your work, too. That reminds me, you two are finishing up your training at the guild today, aren't you? That's right. It'll be a review of everything we've learned up to this point. And once we're finished, we'll be braces just like you, Dad. That means I'm not gonna let you treat me like a kid anymore, either. You still lack understanding, Estelle. You can only become a junior bracer in the beginning, or in other words, a trainee. If you want to be treated like an adult, then you should work extra hard in your training to become a full-fledged bracer. Well, I'm not afraid of a little hard work. Just you watch and see what I'm capable of, Dad. I'll be so successful that it won't be long before I pass you too. That's the spirit. Let's see what you're made of then, shall we? Let's not start a rivalry here, you two. And Estelle, keep your focus on the task at hand. We have a test later on today, remember? Huh? Wait, what test? Please tell me that you didn't forget about the test, Estelle. You know, the one that checks whether or not we've mastered the skills we've been learning and training. Don't you remember Shira saying that if we failed, we'd be stuck with a ton of extra homework? Crap! Totally forgot. Now that you mention it, I guess I kind of remember her saying something like that. Don't sweat it. I'm sure we'll manage somehow or other. I honestly don't know how you've survived this long, Estelle. Your brain is like a sieve. Papa is sad. Sad Papa. How could any child of mine end up with such a careless, over-optimistic personality? Ha! You're the one that raised me, so I definitely got it from you. I swear, the two of you act so much alike, but whatever. We should probably head over to the guild soon, Estelle. Shira's going to be waiting there for us. Sounds like a plan. You know how crazy scared she gets when someone keeps her waiting. Oh, before I forget, it's my turn to cook dinner tonight. Is there anything in particular you'd like to eat, Dad? Any requests?
Something I'd like to eat. Huh. How about Ron-style scalloped fish in a balsamic vinegar sauce?
Well, what's that? I think that's a little more than Estelle's cooking skills can handle, or our stomachs.
You're right. I just wanted to see what kind of reaction I could get. I'll just have the usual fried fish and omelette. No need for anything fancy, but do try to make something edible.
How rude! But I can't actually say he's wrong.
Actually, I do have one favor to ask before you head out. I'd like you to pick me up a copy of the Liberal News from the General Goods Store. They're supposed to be getting the latest edition in today.
Got it! One copy of the Liberal... Oh, Liber. Is that an exclamation point? Or is it... Liberty? Liberal? News from the General Goods Store.
Receive 500 mira. If there's any money left over, you can have it as your allowance. However, that means no wasteful spending.
Alright, thanks, Dad. Okay, we're heading out now. See you later, Dad.
Work hard and give Shahrazad my regards.
Yay! Ooh. Options.
Alright, so that's it for options. Save. Yes. Alright. So I'm going to do one thing here, folks. Now. There we are. Haha. Launch configuration tool. $1280 by 720, 30 FPS, windowed mode, boom, that's more like it. Alright, so now I need to fix this. Oh dear. Same thing that I had to do before. Well, bam. Haha. Much better. And then I can bring this back down to where it's supposed to be. Right underneath of the game. There we go. Much better. Alright. Load. Alright, here we go. Let's see if there's anything to pilfer in my own house. There's a standing log for staff practice. 3 of them. Let's see here. Can we take the axe? Nope. Alright, off we go. Elise Highway. Oh yeah. Bright House. North, Roland, 49 Selge. South, Garoon Gate, 259 Selge. I don't know whether to go north. I think I'll go north. I'm loving the graphics. Love, 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 love. Now, City of Roland. I think this is where we're supposed to be. It looks like we made good time. Not too early or too late either. We just barely graduated from Sunday school. I never dreamed we'd have to study so hard to become racers. Well, you're in luck. Today is our last day of training. Truth be told, you're the one who signed up to be a bracer in the first place. So, I don't know why you'd expect to get away with any less effort. Oh yeah, guess I did. Alright then. Let's get to it and make it through this last hazing from Shira. You look ready to me. Let's go meet Shira at the Bracer Guild. Over there then. Alright, general goods. Good morning, Mr. Renan.
Hello there, Estelle and Joshua. You're up rather early. Did you come to buy a new pair of shoes?
Now that you mention it, are there any new ones in stock? You know, like the newest Strigus?
Unbelievable, you're actually already forgotten why we came here to begin with. We're not here to shop, we're supposed to be buying a copy of the liberal news for Dad, right?
Ah, of course.
Haha, you've always been a big collector of those shoes, haven't you, Estelle? I'm afraid that the new Strigus aren't out yet. If you're after the latest issue of the liberal news, though, I should have them in around noon.
Noon, huh? That's right in the middle of our training at the guild house.
We'll stop by again after our training is over. Sure, I'll be waiting for you. Shop. Now, we only have 500. Map. Nothing. Whee! And nothing. Menu. Yeah. Ooh. Weapons. Roll into Bracer Guild.
There you two are. Good morning, Estelle. Good morning, Joshua. Morning, Anna.
Good morning.
Is Shara here already?
Yes, she's waiting for you upstairs. Once you finish today's training, you'll finally be recognized as members of the Bracer Guild. Good luck to the both of you.
Thanks.
We'll do our best. The star and the hangman, the hermit and the magician, and last of all, inversion through the wheel of fortune. This is a difficult combination. How should I interpret this?
Good morning, Shira.
Well, if it isn't Estelle and Joshua, this is a rare occasion for the both of you to show up so early.
Since it's my last day of training, I figured why not? I'm ready to get this show on the road and become a bracer myself.
I'll give you credit for your enthusiasm. But I'm going to work you hard today in every way I can think of to make sure that high-spirited attitude of yours holds up. I hope you're ready.
I can feel that enthusiasm dropping already.
Quiet, you. Every time I teach you something, you somehow manage to forget it. This training is my way of trying to keep some of that information in your head instead of letting it dribble out your ears like it usually does.
Why, Joshua, Shira's picking on me.
Don't worry, Shira. While Estelle may be studying and rarely ever does her homework, Rashleigh is overly naive, has a tendency to stick her nose into everything. Her instincts are sharp, so I'm sure she'll pick up on how to use an orbment with some practice, eventually, probably.
I guess there's not much I can do now, except hope for the best. Hold on a sec, Joshua. Somehow I get the feeling that you weren't standing up for me.
Well, that's odd. I'm positive I described all your best traits accurately.
Whatever. By the way, Shira, what were you trying to predict with your tarot cards? Your face was really intent.
Oh, this. I was just trying to get a vague reading about what might happen in the near future. Unfortunately, I don't seem to have been in the right mindset to interpret the cards correctly. You couldn't read the cards.
Now that's surprising to hear. Actually, the more profound the meaning of the cards, the more difficult they become to interpret. Sorry folks, I can't keep up the voices. But that's not important now. I think it's time we start your final training. I'll give you a brief rundown on all the information we've covered in your previous training. This is the minimal level of knowledge that bracers should have in order to function efficiently. And Estelle, make sure you pay especially close attention to what I'm going to say. Yeah. About orbments. Orbments are mechanical devices which operate by using what is known as orbital energy. They kind of look like clocks. A variety of effects can be produced depending on their structure and the type of quartz or processed septium installed. I knew it, they're pocket watches. Although it's only been about 50 years since their invention. These devices play an integral role in all facets of life, from lights, hearts, and other everyday products to weapons, magic, and even airships. In connection, this technological reform is commonly known as the Orbital Revolution. About bracers. Bracers are investigative and combat specialists who work to protect civilians and maintain the stability of their respective regions. They aid the community in various ways, such as exterminating monsters, preventing crime, finding lost items, and escorting people and goods. The Bracer Guild, which has established branches across the continent, manages the affairs of the bracers in each region. Bracer Guild is a worldwide organization of bracers established 50 years ago. Aside from the I'm not sure whether that's liberal kingdom, there are numerous other branches set up across the continent which promote peace and stability within their areas. Due to its international and neutral nature, it often mediates between disputing powers, and it even played a role in ending the 100 Days' War. However, a consequence of the various roles the Bracer Guild is required to fulfill, it is often short-handed. Mechanical devices which operate by using what is known as Okay, I think this is going to be the same thing over again. Yes, alright. The Kingdom of Liberal, in which we live, sits on the western half of the Zemurian continent and abounds with nature and deep-rooted traditions. Liberal is proud to be one of the leading producers of septium on the continent and is known for its high level of technology used to develop orbments. Orbment technology has also been a key pillar of support for Liberal in protecting its independence, as it has contended with neighboring stations. Nations? I couldn't read that. 10 years ago, when Liberal was invaded by the Erebonian Empire, it was the use of orbital power powered airships that saved the kingdom from defeat. Consequently, even now, our relationship with the Empire is somewhat sensitive, but thanks to the Queen's political finesse, Liber enjoys peace. That's all, considering you're saying the same things. Let's see. Since we've got a mountain of stuff to do today, I'll let you off the hook this time with a condensed review. I'm going to speed things up now and move on to the practical portion of your training. Shira? How is today's practical training any different from the training we've done before? Since it's practical, that means you will be experiencing things firsthand. Therefore, I am going to have the both of you run through everything as if it were a real bracer job. So what you're saying is, there won't be any studying at a desk involved. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. This time, you'll have to go out and make a physical effort to accomplish your task. I'll make sure to have you work up a sweat, so I hope you're ready. Yes, that's seriously just what the doctor ordered. I didn't know what I was going to do if I had to sit another day with my tush parked in it. I don't know why I'm yawning so much, folks, at a desk. I guess I got all worried for nothing. Well, suddenly, you're all bright and cheerful, Estelle. Let's just hope that smile on your face lasts until the end of today's training. Okay, let's get cracking on your first objective, shall we? Let's have it on. First objective will be to confirm the details of the job you will be performing. But before that, there is something that we need to give the both of you. Aina, are they ready? Yes, they are. Alright, you two, go get one for each of yourselves. These are very important, so make sure not to lose them. Bracer notebooks serve as the official way to record the status of your current jobs. Also, anything you may hear or anything that you may find and wear, these kinds of trivial things can often become clues. No matter how insignificant something may seem, always write it down. Understood. Crap, sounds like it's going to be a pain. Oh, please tell me it was my ears playing tricks on me, because I swear I only got one response. I'm sure there were two. Keeping an accurate account of events is an important duty for all bracers. So get with the program and stop trying to make this out to be more than it really is, Estelle. Okay, I got it. Make sure you do. Alright then, let's begin. Look over by the door. You can see that there's a bulletin board standing there. First, I want you to go and check the job description posted there. Select the job names on the list. You can view their details. Yay, we're gonna get work. Training retrieval. Details of the job confirmed on the bulletin board and other important events will automatically be recorded in the Bracer Notebook. Bracer Notebook can easily find by clicking on the Books tab of the Items menu. It can also be accessed by configuring a Bracer Book shortcut button on the Configuration menu. Very good. It looks like you were able to see what was posted without any trouble. Checking the bulletin board is one of the most basic functions a Bracer performs on their job. Checking regularly to see whether or not there are any urgent tasks which need immediate attention is also an important duty for bracers. I am not doing well today, folks. Man, all this talk about duty is starting to cramp my style. Sure, there are a lot of rules for us to follow, but there's an equal level of responsibility in the jobs themselves. I think being a bracer calls for much more than just someone with a half-hearted attitude. I guess you're right. I'll just have to be more motivated. Is that so? Had a change of heart, have you? You betcha. Well, before all that motivation sneaks off somewhere, let's get to work on your next task. What will we be doing this time? We'll be heading across the street to Mr. Melder's Orbital Factory and learning about how to use its services. He has graciously taken time out of his work schedule to explain things, so make sure to be on your best behavior. Okay. Here's where you will learn how to use an orbital factory's services. An orbital factory you can modify I haven't yawned this much in a while. At an orbital factory, you can modify your ordnance and synthesize support quartz in order to use orbital arts. Arts have a wide range of effects, and if mastered, can be extremely helpful. The bracer business is a pretty risky occupation, so the guild has had a long-standing relationship with these orbital factories. Anyway, this is about as much as I can explain. I'll leave the technical details to the expert. So, Mr. Melders, if you wouldn't mind taking over from here?
No problem. Leave everything to me. So, what is it that you would like to know about? Orbits are mechanical devices which exhibit an array of effects through the installation of various types of quartz. By definition, that means that lights, airship engines, and so on are also types of ornaments. However, the ones we will be discussing today are battle ornaments, which enhance the user's physical abilities and make it possible to use magic. Since each ornament...
I'm yawning a lot. I can't speak English. I'm having a great day, folks.
Since each ornament is adjusted to match the owner's personal aptitude, the structures for these devices also differ for each owner. Simply put, the shape of the fixed elemental slots and lines which connect them vary at any rate. That's the layman's explanation. In order to install quartz, you must first have an open slot. By default, the central slot is open, but the other slots must be opened at an orbital factory like this. It'll take a fair amount of sepith too. EP, which is needed for magic, will also see a max increase according to the number of open slots. I recommend opening them all as soon as possible. So what is it that you would like to know? Simply put, orbital arts are magic which can be discharged exclusively through the use of battle ornaments. In other words, a number of peculiar effects can be produced by using the orbital energy stored within these mechanical devices. Since orbital arts can be a mouthful, they are almost universally referred to as arts. Probably ought to have been called that from the get-go. There are several types of arts, but in order to be able to use them, their corresponding quartz must first be synthesized at an orbital factory. Ornaments are also set up so that once a particular quartz is installed into a slot, the owner will be able to use those arts. And that dude is walking in place. It's just getting in the moments. The type of arts one can use also changes depending on the elemental value and the combination of installed quartz. Basically, if you want to use water arts, all you have to do is install quartz with a water elemental value. In reality, ornaments are much more complex than that, what I have described, but I think this information should suffice for now. Quartz are circuits made from sepith. Quartz have a vast number of effects and raise the owner's abilities, while simultaneously making it possible for them to use arts. However, you will not be able to harness any of these effects until quartz has been installed into a slot. However, there are also fixed slots in which only a certain type of elemental quartz can be installed. This being the case, when you synthesize a new quartz, be sure to check your ornament and decide where you will be installing it ahead of time. So, what is it? Sepith are fragments of septium, which are dropped by monsters. They are divided into 7 types: earth, water, fire, wind, time, space, and mirage. Sepith can be exchanged for mirror almost anywhere, but at the orbital factory it can be used to synthesize quartz and to open ornament slots in which to install the synthesized quartz.
Looks like Mr. Melders has answered all of your questions. If there's nothing else, then let's have you both try and use the services here. For that, you're going to need some sepith. With that amount, you two should be able to synthesize a few quartz. Now, I want you to begin by first making an elemental quartz that will work with each of your particular orbments. In your case, Estelle, any elemental quartz is okay, but for you, Joshua, it has to be a time elemental quartz. Normally, at a shop, you would be able to exchange sepith for Mira, but this training, you will not be able to use this service. Upon approaching the counter, a talk marker will appear. Press OK. Oh, good work so far. If you need to use the Orbital Factory, give Freddy a holler over there. Interesting. Ah. Alright, it looks like you were able to synthesize one. Next, I want you to increase the arts you can use. Now install a quartz into your orbments so that you can use both recovery and attack arts. Quartz can be installed in the orbment screen. The orbment screen can be utilized by selecting Orbment tab in the menu. There we go. Yeah. Time quartz only. Yeah. Now install the quartz into your orbments so that you can use it both recovery. Oh, they want recovery and attack. Look at your orbments and make sure that recovery and attack arts are divided up between them. You can figure this out by looking at the arts and quartz charts in your Bracer notebooks in order to figure out which quartz you need to install. If you're lacking the necessary quartz, then you can synthesize orbital. Okay. So we need to come back in here. Stone hammer, tear, firebolt, airstrike. I think I messed this up. And just where do you think you're going? We aren't finished with training yet. Well, I can't finish the training. Yeah, I definitely messed up. Wind, fire, water. Yeah, I can't. Game, you're not listening to me. I can't. I literally cannot do what you were asking me to do because I don't have anything. Attack. Okay. Time quartz only. Why are you not letting me finish? There's gotta be a way to restart this. Like, there's no way I can do this. Like, there was literally no effing way. Because I goofed. So alright, folks. You're not gonna like this, I'm not gonna like this. But I have to reload. Because I was a goof and just clicked buttons. Woo! Speed walking. That's some cute running. Alright, here we go again. Time to skip a bucket load. Now, is there any way to actually skip? Good. We're not completely... Sorry for the clicking. But I messed up. I didn't read the book. I also kind of just clicked around. So now I need to get back to the Orbital shop, or Orbital factory, as they call it, and redo everything. Just because I messed up so bad. And I really do apologize about the clicking. Alright. Time to get through all of this with... That's all. Alright, let's go downstairs. I really wish I could do this without all the clicking. Alright. We're on our way. By, Alright. Now, unlike being a dumb, I'm not just going to trade everything up, I'm actually going to pay attention. Modify, okay. Alright, now. This time, don't click on everything. So think about what we need. Alright. I want you to begin by first making an elemental quartz that will work with each of your particular orbits. Any quartz is okay, but for you, Joshua, it has to be a time elemental quartz. Okay. Saving that. Just in case I mess it up again. Alright. So, I do need to do one of these. Okay. wrong book. Need to go into here. Orbment, Joshua. Alright. Unless there's something that we can do. Modify. Quartz. Evade. Alright, it looks like you were able to synthesize one. Next, I want you to increase the arts you can use. Now install a quartz into your orbment so that you can use both recovery and attack arts. Quartz can be installed in the orbment screen. The orbment screen can be utilized by selecting the orbment tab in the main menu. Oh. Alright. Now install the quartz into your orbments so that you can use both recovery and attack arts. Look at your orbments and make sure that recovery and attack arts are divided up between them. You can figure this out by looking at the arts and quartz charts in your Bracer notebooks in order to figure out which quartz you need to install. If you're lacking the necessary quartz, then you can synthesize them at the Orbital Factory. Alright. So that was now install recovery and attack. Okay. Ah. There we go. Recovery and attack. HP, EP, attack, defense, mind, shield, hit, evade, action, movements, magic setup, skills, status, elementals, okay. Am I doing something wrong here? Now install the quartz into your orbments so that you can use both recovery and attack arts. Look at your orbments to make sure that recovery and attack arts are divided up between them. You can figure this out. I don't see attack. I don't see attack and recovery. Okay. So I need a blue. Okay. So I need a blue one. it looks like you've got both recovery and attack arts set up. If you balance your arts out between each other like you've done here, it should make dealing with monsters much easier. Additionally, your bracer notebooks contain information about which quartz allow you to use which arts. If you'd like to use more powerful arts, check out the arts and quartz charts in your bracer notebooks and find something that works for you. Alright, our training here is almost finished. Last of all, I'm going to have one of you open a new slot in your ordnance. The more slots you have available to you, the broader range of choices you'll have. Since EP, which is consumed by using arts, can have its max value increased by opening up slots, it would be a good idea to open them all early on. Now I want you to use this Sepith and open a slot on each of your ornaments. Go ahead and decide which slots you are going to open. Joshua. Now, slot 2 can be opened. Slot 6. Estelle. Good work on opening up a slot, Joshua. Since your central slot is limited to a certain elemental, it would be best to increase your ornament's number of open slots early on. This concludes your training here at the Orbital Factory. Now it's time to move on to what you've both been waiting for, the qualification test. Pardon? Did you just say test? I hate tests. You can't honestly tell me that you forgot about the test again, can you? Didn't I remind you just this morning? Now that you mention it, I vaguely remember some sort of talk along those lines at the breakfast table. Sometimes I fear for the future of the Bracer Guild and humanity. Oh well, no sense in worrying about that now. Let's head over to the testing area. You mean like now? I don't know if I'm ready. How about a little less yapping and a little more walking? Joshua, help me! Mr. Melders, Freddy, thank you for all your help. Don't mention it, and good luck with that test of yours. We'll be rooting for you. I'm going to remember that you left me high and dry like this, Joshua. All your training has finally come down to this. Your qualification test will begin here. I expect to see you both use what you've learned up to this point. Understood. What's wrong, Estelle? Shira? What now? I was kind of wondering, is there not going to be a paper test or something? Did Cassius drop you on your head as a child or something? You just read what it said on the bulletin board not that long ago, right? Yeah, and I even made you jot down what you read in your bracer notebooks. Unless you forgot that too. I'm pretty sure the job listing mentions searching for and retrieving an item from the sewers. Ringing any bells yet? What a relief. O divine Eidos, I give thanks to thee for thy infinite grace in bestowing upon us such wonderful gifts as sewers. So what you're really saying is that you thought it was a paper test. No wonder you were acting all crazy at the Orbital Factory. I can already feel the nostalgia. All those horrible days stuck in a classroom are starting to feel like grand memories indeed. I'm really starting to wonder if we'll even be able to graduate at all. What's wrong with you? Why do you have to go and say something like that when I'm trying to reminisce about positive things? Alright, that's enough jabbering, you two. This is supposed to be a test. So how about the both of you try to test? At least look a little anxious. Just so you know, though, if you do happen to flunk the test, you don't even want to imagine the kind of homework I have in store for the both of you. We'll be fine. Just tell us what you want us to do and let us loose. Well, if you're so confident, then how about proving that you're not just blowing hot air with the results of your test? Anyway, as you both saw on the bulletin board, this test will be a search conducted in Roland's sewers. Your objective is to retrieve the contents of a chest which has been placed somewhere within that area. The layout of the sewers is extremely simple, so you don't need to worry about getting lost either. However, there are real living, breathing monsters down there, so if you get careless and let down your guard, you will be sorry. Also, let me give you this before I forget. What's this book for? It's called the Monster Card, and it's used to record information about monsters and other opponents you meet. Whether you figure out an enemy's attributes, you should make an immediate note whenever, about it here. Sounds pretty straightforward to me. He who controls the flow of information controls the tide of battle, right? That's exactly what I'm saying. You've really got a good head on your shoulders, Joshua. That's some pretty useful advice. Thanks for the tip, Shira. Well, put it to good use. Alrighty then. Let's get pumped and knock out this test. Let's. Don't forget, though, this is an exam. We should make sure we treat it as such. And into the sewers we go. Wait a minute, Estelle. There appears to be a recovery point over there, so we should use it if our HP or EP become low. Orbment charging stations are recovery points set up in dangerous areas. As the recovery point is approached, a question mark will appear. Sweet. Sounds like a plan to me. Let's go check it out. Rest. We didn't need it, but I wanted to test it. Monsters at 12 o'clock. Be careful not to let them take advantage of your blind side. Got it. Monsters cannot be seen from far away. They will become visible as you approach them. The conditions at the start of a battle will change depending on how monsters engage. Engaging an enemy from behind is advantageous, while being attacked by an enemy from behind is disadvantageous. Hint. Battle order bar indicates who attacks first. It starts from the top and moves down. Attack an enemy. You may also use it to move. If you are using a mouse and click an empty location, the highlighted area indicates the distance a character can move. Selecting a target in this area will move the character to attack. That's all good information now. Cool. Ooh, yeah. Smacked it, baby. Alright. Ooh, touchy. Alright. Nice thwack, dude. And dead.
Alright, we're good to go.
Yeah. We got a juicy bone. Here comes some more. Depending on the enemy, some physical attacks may be ineffective. Let's use arts, not physical attacks. Okay. Arts are effective on enemies that are good at avoiding physical arts. Also make long-range attacks possible, but they require time to be cast. EP is consumed when arts are used. Alright, clumps of bats. Cool. Ah, yeah. And the bats. Soul Blur.
Aqua Bleed. Nice. Yeah. Alright, we didn't get any items from that, but that's okay. Estelle, let's try using crafts this time around. Since crafts have other effects besides just dealing out damage, they're worth a shot. Roger that. Crafts have range limits, but can be utilized instantly. CP is gained by dealing out of receiving. Okay. Craft points. I'm digging the music. Character-specific skills, which not only deal out damage, but also have a broad range of effects. Consume CP, gradually gained by dealing out or receiving damage in battle. Okay. Morale.
Come on.
That was your morale speak? Boom, boom. Missed? How dare you? Okay, it missed too. That's good. Attack it. Woo! Nice attack. And dead. Aw, yeah. Sewer crab thing. Oof. You hit me. Nice. Killed it, dude.
We're good to go.
Aw, yeah. Reviving bomb. Ooh, I like it. Oh, what a surprise. Another creepy thing. I wish there were an easier way to take care of them. One blow using an S-craft or S-break should do the trick for just about any enemy. The catch is our CP has to be at least 100 to pull one off of these moves. Alright, these devastating attacks can only be unleashed when the CP gauge is above 100. S-breaks are actions which allow S-crafts to be immediately unleashed while ignoring the battle order. S-crafts, which are unleashed as S-breaks, can be changed by going to tactics. Cool. Alright. I really hope this is not... These, okay, S-breaks. These are actions which allow S-crafts to be immediately unleashed while ignoring the battle order. Once the CP gauge has reached 0, S-crafts will be used as S-breaks, can be changed by going to tactics and then, okay. Press the break button to unleash. An S-break cannot be unleashed under, okay. Now, press the, and if you're using a keyboard, you may use the number 1 to 4 keys or the arrow keys to select it for unleashing. There we go. That's how you do it. Oh, buddy. Whoa. Overkill. I like it. Yeah, we got a chest, baby. Alright, let's see what... What? Let's see what his is. Damn. Got another chest. Ow. Alright, and she's going to use an art. And it missed. Good. Yeah. Take that. Boom. Oh, sweet. 3 items. I like it.
Curative Horn, Juicy Bone. The door is rusted and appears to be locked. Alright. Boss time, maybe? So that's the treasure chest we're after, huh? If we've made it this far, the rest is gonna be a piece of cake. Seems like we've got a little breathing room at least. Let's pay close attention to our battle order this time. There should be a number of ways to get more mileage out of our actions. During battle, there are several bonuses which can be allotted to turns. Turn bonuses have the same effect regardless of whether they are allotted to an ally or a foe. Using S-breaks to ignore the battle order makes it easy to jump in and strip an enemy of their turn bonus. Cool. Hint. Alright, these icons indicate bonuses allotted to the battle order. Alright, if a bonus icon appears next to a character's icon, they will receive that bonus. Heal, HP, Sepeth up, etc. indicate the effects of each icon. Alright. Alright, so they healed. Ow. Ow. He healed. Ow. Alright, definitely healing. Okay, we can't do that. Craft. Item. Cure KO. Heal myself. Oh yeah. Sepeth up. Nice. Alright. Morale.
Come on.
Yeah. Let's do this. Miss. 27. Boom. Aww. Ow. That kinda hurt. How dare you? Hey, stop picking on Joshua. Yeah, you go ahead and you die. Ow. Yeah, Soul Blur. Take that. You go ahead and you die. Sepeth up. Ow. Boom. Ooh, that was overkill. Alright. Oof. I don't like the change in music. Why the change in music? Is it the fact that he has low health? Maybe? HP heal. Soul Blur. No, this does seem a little strong. Aqua Bleed. And it's not moving. And dead. Yeah.
Piece of cake.
Ooh. I'm digging it. That's weird. There's a couple of boxes inside the treasure chest. The fact that there's not just one, but two is kind of interesting too. Wonder what's inside. Remember, our mission is to search and retrieve only. I'm pretty sure looking inside those boxes doesn't fall under our mission objective. You're no fun at all, Joshua. This has nothing to do with our mission. It's what I like to call good, honest curiosity. You know, we're the only ones down here. We can get away with a teensy-weensy peek, right? If you feel like flunking today's test, then by all means be my guest. Did you just say the F word? Yep, opening one of those boxes could result in an automatic fail for the both of us. If this were a real job, the contents of those boxes would belong to the client. And as long as they were nothing illegal, we would have no right to open them. I know you're right, Joshua, but I just can't help myself. If you absolutely have to know what's inside, why not ask Miss Shira when we get back? But for now, we need to focus on getting out of here. Alright, alright. By looking inside the chest again, you flunk. Just kidding. Oh, game. I will stop by and heal. Rest. Oh yeah, and now I can talk to it again and leave. There's an orbit changing station here. Later. I thought leave meant leave the dungeon, leave. Good work, you two. As a rule of training, I'm going to need to confirm the items in your possession. Hand it over to small box number 2. Yep, they're the real deal, alright. I don't see any evidence of tampering either. Congratulations to the both of you. You have successfully passed your qualification test. You didn't really think something that simple would be a problem for us, did you? So, Shira, what's in the boxes you had us get? That's for me to know and you to find out, after your training is finished. That's enough chit-chat for now, so let's get back to work. You two still have some things left to do. Seriously? But didn't you just say that we passed the test? You still have to learn it, but... Whoa. My... The A button on my controller is sticking, and I just skipped by all that text without being able to read it. When is the day going to be over? Oh well. No sense in giving up when the finish line is in sight. Agreed. It seems like we're reaching the distance of our goal. I'll just start using the B button. Your final training is how to report to the guild. Whenever you finish a job, it's your duty to report the results of your work to the guild. Reporting how you solved the situation and the steps you took to get there are all part of your job as a bracer. You can report your results to the front desk in each guild branch, and as you already know by now, Aina is in charge here at the Roland branch. In addition, this is where you will be paid for your work. I look forward to seeing great things from the both of you. Now that we're here, why don't you both go ahead and report the results of today's training? Upon approaching the counter, a talk mark. Yep. Report. Junior Bracer, 9th class. Receive payment for training retrieval. Yeah. Current rank is Junior Bracer 9th. Good job, you two. It seems like you were able to complete your objective without running into any major problems. Another thing to take note of is that depending on how you handle a job, you may see an increase or decrease in the amount of pay you receive. When you report the results of your work to the guild, pay in the form of Mira isn't the only thing you will receive. You will also accumulate points, which are known as BP, Bracer Points. BP are an indication of your achievements as a Bracer. When these points exceed a certain value, you will advance in rank as a Bracer, and be awarded with a piece of special equipment by the guild. The rank of a Junior Bracer starts at 9, and go all the way up to 1. Please set your sights on making first rank, and work hard. The amount of Mira MBP you receive will also be recorded in your bracer notebooks, so please have a look at it sometime later on. All that's left to do now is finalize your training. Let's head back upstairs, shall we? I'll talk to you later, Aina. And sorry about putting more work on your plate today than usual. Don't worry about it. Training new bracers is important for the future of the guild. I fully intend to work these two to the bone in any case. To the bone? And knowing Shira, it'll involve the whip. Let me say it again. Good work, you two. You have now officially completed the entire training course. From now on, you will be learning from your own real-world experience. Well then. Charizard holds out 2 small boxes. Aren't those the boxes the ones... In answer to your question, yes. These are the boxes you retrieved during today's test. You seem awfully curious to find out what's inside, Estelle. Are you saying that it's okay if we open them? That's right. Why don't you both have a look inside? Sweet. Alright, let's have a look. Estelle and Joshua open the boxes. Junior Bracer Emblem. This crest is... So does this mean that we're... Estelle Bright, Joshua Bright. Beginning this day at 1500 hours, you are both hereby appointed as junior bracers within the Bracer Guild. From here on, you will work as members of the Bracer Guild to support the livelihood of those around you, defend peace, and uphold justice. Congratulations, you two, and welcome into the fold. Did you hear that, Joshua? We've become members of the Bracer Guild. So I'm a bracer now, huh? I think the realization is only now just beginning to sink in. Come on, Joshua. You should be jumping for joy or running around and screaming at the top of your lungs like this. Look at us now, world! We did it! I was happy until you made my eardrums bleed. I hate to interrupt the celebrations, Estelle, but I need to take off now. I have some backed up work that needs my immediate attention. We understand. You have been spending a lot of extra hours working with us during this busy time for the guild. Before you head out, Shira, I just wanted to say thanks. Likewise. I appreciate the trouble you've gone through for us, Shira. Don't mention it. Training new recruits is one of a bracer's many duties. Believe it or not, I was once in your shoes a long time ago when your father, Cassius, trained me. So that's why you have so much respect for my dad, huh? There's actually much more to it than that, but I'll save that conversation for another day. I bet you Charizard is Estelle's mother. As for the both of you, work hard to become full-fledged bracers early on so you can help guide those new recruits who come after yourselves. And in time, I hope to see you both become respectable bracers like your father. Anyway, I'll leave you with that thought. I bet 100 to 1. 100 to 1. I just don't get it. Get what? This is Charizard, aka the Silver Streak, one of the most skilled young bracers we're talking about. So why is it that she holds Dad in such high esteem? He just seems like nothing more than a no-good middle-aged man who is always out doing who knows what instead of being a father. A no-good middle-aged man, hmm? From your viewpoint, it doesn't come as a surprise that you would see him in that fashion. Huh? Never mind. Let's hurry and head home. We should let Dad know that we qualified as junior bracers. Right. And there's nothing on the boards. Hurry up and come on! Wait for me, Luke. Huh? No, it's you too. No, great, it's Estelle. Hi there, Joshua. Okay, you little twerp. What's with the oh, great, it's Estelle remark. And what's the big hurry? How about telling us where you're headed? You're not thinking about wandering out of town alone, are you? The roads are full of monsters, I hope you know. You're such a pest, Estelle. Don't you know there's no room for girls to be sticking their big fat noses in boys' business? Quit acting like you're a bracer you want to be. Tisk tisk, how wrong you are. Luke, how incredibly wrong. You're more wrong than a fool who thinks there's better tasting milk in Liberal than the milk that comes from the Pertsill farm. What? No way! You're full of it, Estelle. In fact, as of just a few minutes ago, we qualified to become real bracers. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Real bracers. More like bracers in training, really. Don't think you should be getting on your high horse just yet, Estelle. Now a high pony, on the other hand. Quit being a killjoy. Wow, you two are great. I'm so happy for the both of you. Oh, Pat, you're such a good little boy. Unlike that smart aleck, cynical brat you call a friend. This isn't fair. I was supposed to become a bracer first. I can accept that Joshua became a bracer before me, but getting passed by the likes of Estelle? What's the likes of Estelle supposed to mean? I like where this is going. Just so you know, you can't even be a bracer until you're 16 years old. Get it? Only mature people allowed. And that means no little kids who are still going to Sunday school. I don't know how I should put this, Estelle, but Sunday school is dying to have you back. You better watch out, Estelle. I'm going to train at my secret base, and before you know it, I'm going to be a bracer too. Come on, Pat, let's go. Alright, I'm coming. See you later, Estelle. Bye, Joshua. Interesting. That boy, Luke. He's always trying to pick a fight with me. I wonder if he just plain hates me or something. Rather, I think it's the exact opposite. What do you mean by that? Don't worry about it. It's just a boy thing. At any rate, what do you think Lou meant when he said the secret base? I don't know why, but somehow it makes me a bit curious. I know exactly what you mean. Secret base sounds really intriguing. The pure heart of a young child can be so inspiring at times. That's not really what I meant by curious. Alright. Hey there, Estelle and Joshua. Good afternoon, Mr. Elgar. Good afternoon, sir. Correct me if I'm wrong, but today is your last day of training, isn't it? I seem to remember you saying something about it the last time I had you in the store. Yes, that's right. So how'd your training go? The emblem on your chest means I shouldn't have expected anything less from Cassius's kids. But we're still bracers in training. I see, but well, I knew you were going to have to give up your part-time job here sooner or later. Yes, I'm really sorry about that. Don't sweat it. I knew it'd happen, eventually when I hired you on. It's a shame, though. There's hardly anyone out here with as good an eye for weapons as you. But that's the path you've chosen, so get out there and show us what you're made of. Flop. Bye. Now, kunai, leather vest, armor vest, leather boots, spikes, silver earring, white bracelet, black bangle. Prevents blind, prevents poison, prevents sleep. Alright. Equip. Yeah. Oh, bam. Wait, what? Defense down. Oh, that's if I unequip. Okay. Yeah, okay. Convert. Oh. Okay, so that's what converting means. Across the way. To the general goods store. Hello there, Estelle and Joshua. What are you in the market for today? A new pair of shoes? Alright. Come on. Enough of the chatter. Just let me shop already. Recipe book. Ooh. Oh, this game has a cooking system. Nice. And a maple cookie. Ooh. I like this. I'm so gonna love this. Alright. Yeah. This is so cool. So cool indeed. Shop. Buy. How many of these do I have? 2, 0. Buy 2 of them. Alright. Fresh milk. Fresh eggs. Dirty carrot. Alright. Alright, so that's the guild. That's the Melder's factory. So you finally... Yeah, thanks. Way too proud of yourself. Enough to ruin the moment. Sometimes you can just be so... But Estelle, now that you've become a bracer, you're going to have to get over your little problem with orbital arts. Hey, you two, why do you have to go and spoil my day by saying things like that? Ah, if you have any other business needs, don't forget to stop by. Modify. Alright. Quartz. Oh man. Ooh. Aw. Ooh. Yeah. Alright. Oop, wrong thing. There we go. Orbit. Alright, so let's see here. That'll give Stone Hammer. That'll give Firebolt, Airstrike, or Hit. I'll give him Airstrike. So that gives her HP plus 1. That's going to give her Firebolt. That's just going to give her... hit, attack. Yeah, I'll give her attack. And saving. Yeah. Still in the prologue though, but that's fine. Alright, folks. For all y'all beautiful Twitch people, feel free to drop a follow. For all y'all beautiful YouTube people, like, comment, subscribe. And for all the beautiful people, there is a link in the description below, as well as the profile page on our Twitch, that will lead you to a donation page. And dropping a donation there, part of the proceeds will go to disaster relief, and part of the proceeds will go to upgrading the computer system for the Nodwik Games Room, and allow us to bring you newer games. So, we already own a few of the new games, but unfortunately our computers are a little bit too old to handle them. So, yeah, without any further rambling, this is Nodwik signing out of another stream, and I will see you next time. Peace!